how are you doing today? So I have a little friend that you can sort of see. This is Nebula. This is my sister's puppy, because this is actually sister night because I was a loser, and even though I had a 3-day weekend, I did not actually film the way I had told myself I was gonna film, and then I worked like 11 or 12 hours today, so then I needed to film, and so my sister was kind enough to actually make dinner tonight, and then I was like, you know what? I have to do stuff, I have to film, and so they're all on the side like watching me and stuff and laughing, but I get to hold a puppy and talk about cool books, so that's pretty awesome. So, today I am going to be, she's gonna lay in my lap or jump down. It's probably gonna be a jumping down moment. But today I'm gonna talk about my top 5 cozies for cooking and baking and food related stuff. Because as you know, I have a slight addiction to cooking mysteries and, you know, baking and stuff like that. So I am super excited. A lot of these you have heard me talk about before, but I just wanted to do a quick 5 sort of series on my favorite baking. And so the very first one that I want to talk about is called Death is Like a Box of Chocolates. It's a chocolate covered mystery series by Kathy Aarons. There's actually 3 in the series. I am super excited because I just got the 3rd one, and this follows 2 best friends, Michelle Serrano and Erica Russell. And Michelle is a chocolatier. She actually does amazing baking and just mouth-watering chocolates. And then Erica actually owns a bookshop. And they decided to get together and create Chocolates and Chapters store. They've combined their efforts, and it just, it's like life goals, because my best friend Brianne and I have always talked about owning our own bookshop or something along the lines of with our favorite things, our hobbies, the things that we love to do. And so I kind of have, you know, I'm kind of jelly issues when it comes to Erica and Michelle, but it's super exciting. This is the very first one, and their shop has just opened, and they're actually hosting a fudge cook-off, which they're super duper excited about. There are tons of people coming to the town to figure out what's going on and to have fun time over the Memorial Day weekend. There's an arts festival and everything. However, things sort of take a turn for the worse when a local portrait photographer is actually found inside the shop murdered, and it looks as though she has been poisoned by one of Michelle's chocolates. And we don't want, I mean, milk does turn sour when she is actually the main suspect, which is not so good. She's trying to, you know, build her business, not have it be knocked down. And so it's all up to Erica and Michelle to figure out the whodunit so that they can continue with their chocolate-covered chapters. Yeah. The next book that I want to talk about, or series, is the Coffee House Mystery Series by Cleo Coyle. This is the first one in the series. It's called On What Grounds? Like grounds and coffee? Ah! The main character is Claire Cozies. She's actually moving from the suburbs back to the city because Madam, her ex-mother-in-law, has actually asked her to come back and help run the Village Blend, and she's excited about it. Her daughter's going to college, and so she wants to be in the city where her daughter is, and it does help. She can actually live for free over the Village Blend, and she's super excited to sort of get her life back on track after Madam's son, Claire's ex-husband, has, you know, been a not so nice ex-husband. Claire actually comes, and she's moving in all of her things into the new apartment, and however, she finds her night manager killed with coffee grounds everywhere. The 2 police officers on duty come back and say that this looks to be an accident. There is no breaking in. Everything looks the way it should. But Claire doesn't believe that. She feels like something else is going on, and she feels like the murderer is just around the corner. And so this is a really, really good series, especially if you love to know the history and actual makings of coffee. And it's just, I don't know. I know that when I started reading this series, I was actually drinking more coffee because I'm really influenced by the subliminal messages or non-subliminal messages within these books, okay? Like, I start wanting to do the things, the hobbies, all of that fun stuff that the main characters are doing because I am very, you know, I can be swayed. And, I mean, it's not that hard to make me want to drink coffee. But still, it swayed me. So this is a really, really good series. I highly suggest it. The next series is Magical Bakeshop's Mystery Series by Bailey Cates. This is Brownies and Broomsticks. This follows Katie Lightfoot, her Aunt Lucy, and Uncle Ben in opening the Honeybee Bakery, which is actually named after Aunt Lucy's cat, Honeybee. And it's a really, really, really cute series. I own the first, gosh, 6 of them. I've read the first 5, I believe. So this is, Katie is actually a baker, and she's super excited to use her skills back at home and sort of make a new life for herself. She finds that her aunt puts in a little bit more than just love in her baking. She actually puts herbs and magical spells. So with owning your own shop or bakery or any business that has to deal with customers, you're not always going to make every single customer happy, or they're not always right. And it seems like Uncle Ben got tired of a certain crabby sort of older lady customer. And he tells her to leave and for being so negative and things like that. Well, it turns out that she is killed outside of their shop. And Uncle Ben is the prime suspect. Well, of course, Uncle Ben didn't do it. At least that's what Katie believes, and Aunt Lucy, and I guess the whole entire magical coven. And so Katie has made it her goal to figure out who did it because it certainly wasn't her Uncle Ben. And it's a really, really cute series. I love seeing Katie grow in her magical abilities and just in the whole entire world itself. It's a really, really fun read. The 4th series that I'm going to talk about, and of course you knew I was going to talk about it because it's my favorite series of all time, and that is the Bakeshop Mystery Series by Ellie Alexander. I, of course, am in love with the Capshaws, Jules, and her mom, Helen, and I love Lance, and I love Andy, and I mean, just all of the characters in this series are amazing. I love following what's going on at Tort and with the Shakespeare Festival. So one of the customers and a not so liked person in the community, Nancy, is killed. She is the newest board member of the Shakespeare Festival, and it seems like there are so many different people that could be the killer. I love the fact that the suspect could be anybody in this book, and I love how well it was written, and just it was beautifully done. I have read all 7 in the series. I believe there's 7. Yes, I've read all 7 in the series, and I've read almost everything that she has written. If you haven't picked up Ellie Alexander, or her pseudonym is Kate Dyer Seeley, you need to go pick her up. And last but not least is the Pyradelle Cafe series by Agatha Frost. It's based in Pyradelle, London, and it follows Julia South and her spunky grandmother Dot, and just that family it makes my heart so happy. Julia South has come back to Pyradelle, where she was raised and where she grew up, from London, and she is ready to start her own cafe and baking to her heart's desire. She's super excited and just happy to be home and have her own say with how everything is going. However, it's kind of hard to run your cafe when you walk in and you find the world's most awkward citizen, especially in Pyradelle, murdered in your own cafe. And so she believes that she needs to figure out who did this. This made it personal. The new detective, Inspector Barker, does not believe that Julia really has any say in what's going on in the investigation, and he doesn't really believe that she has any idea what she's talking about when it comes to the people in her town and all of that. And it's a really, really, really fun series. I've read the first 10, I believe there are. They're on Amazon. And you can get them for 99 cents to like $2.99, I think, but if you have Kindle Unlimited, they're for free and you can download them to your Kindle. I highly suggest Agatha Frost. All of her series are really, really good. So that's the end of this chapter of Courtagonist. That was my 5 sort of cozies for baking and food and all of that fun stuff. If you have any that you think that I am missing out on, please leave them down below. I love falling in love with new characters and new cozies, and it's super fun to talk to you guys about it. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, happy reading. Bye!
What kind of chocolate is it?
They got all different kinds. The Death is like a box of chocolates, but they got recipes at the back. They've got lab.
It's like a box of chocolates. It's the most brilliant thing I've ever heard.
Right?
Don't encourage.
It's amazing. She's actually, she's bakist. What's a person who does baking?
Baker.
Baker.
Wow. How many of these have you read?
5. 1 is the first one in the series, Meet Your Baker, and it's all about Nancy.
Meet Your Bakers?
I said Meet Your Baker.
It's Meet Your Bakers.
It's Meet Your Bakers.
Oh God, I'm never living Bakist down.
Nope.
Just like ear muffins.